Okay, we will start now. So the prerequisites. So mainly the prerequisite for this particular subject, it is just you should know how to draw the SFD and BMD for the determinate beam. Now the determinate beam, it may be your simply supported beam and cantilever beam. So mostly we required SFD and BMD of these two beams. Okay, and that is very simple. Now we will discuss the standard cases. So SFD and BMD for determinate beams. Now these are the standard cases for simply supported beam. Okay, these are the standard cases for simply supported beam. Now see first, this is the first standard case. Simply supported beam subjected to the central point load. Okay, point load is there acting at a center. So in that case, the SFD or the shear force diagram, it will be, there will be two rectangles, one is positive, another is negative. And we can say this is the standard diagram. Okay, so actually how to draw the SFD and BMD? So we have to consider the shear force left to the point A, then right to the point A. So that procedure is known to you. Now these are the standard cases, so you should know the nature of SFD as well as BMD. And what point we have to remember? If simply supported beam is there, simply supported beam subjected to the central point load, first reaction. So reaction at end, it will be P by 2. Then maximum bending moment, it will be here, it in this case it will be PL by 4. If the load is W, in that case it will be WL by 4. Here it will be PL by 4. Okay. And the nature of BMD for this first standard case, it will be a triangle. It will be a triangle. Okay. And the variation of BMD, it is a linear. Okay. So this is the linear line, or we can say this is the straight line. Inclined straight line is there. This is the first standard case. Second, simply supported beam subjected to UDL on entire span. ठीक आहे, सिम्पली सपोर्टेड बीम आहे आणि इंटायर स्पॅन वरती UDL आहे. UDL on entire span. So in that case, the SFD will be the two triangles, one is positive, second is negative. Now this is the reaction. Okay, this is the reaction. Now if this is the UDL on entire span, and if the intensity of this UDL is W. So what is the reaction here? What is the reaction? Reaction काय असेल? Yes, WL by 2. WL by 2. Okay, so the reaction will be WL by 2. Here it will be WL by 2. Now why it is WL by 2? Now this total span, suppose this total span of simply supported beam is L. Okay, and the UDL intensity is small w. Now total load is what? W into L. This is the total load. Okay, हा झाला total load. Now the reaction will be half. Reaction at each support, it will be half of this total load. Why half? Because loading कशी आहे? Symmetrical आहे. As loading is symmetrical, this total load will be half for the reaction. So that's why this will be WL by 2 at A and WL by 2 at B. Okay, these are the reactions. Now the BMD for simply supported beam subjected to UDL on entire span, it is parabolic curve that we know. Now tell me, what is the maximum bending moment?
WL square by 8.
Very good. WL square by 8. WL square by 8. Now this, at this particular point, maximum bending moment का असेल? WL square by 8. Now these are the standard cases and standard formulas we have to require for our AMS subject. Okay. So these are simple standard cases. most person तुम्ही study करता है. Next, it will be simply supported beam subjected to the, we can say linear load, or we can say triangular loading, linearly varying load, or we can say triangular loading. So in that case, so load W, it will be 0 at A point and it will be W at B point. Okay. लेफ्ट एंडला लोड काय आहे? 0 आहे आणि राईट एंडला लोड काय आहे? W आहे. W kilonewton per meter. So the nature of SFD will be a parabolic curve. Now this parabolic curve, it is also called as what? Second degree curve. Okay, so this is also parabolic. So this curve, it is also called as the second degree curve. The cubic curve, it is called as the third degree curve. Okay, third degree curve. Now these are the reactions. These are the reactions. Now this is the standard case. Triangular loading is there. So that's why reaction at left end, this RA, it is given by WL by 6. Okay, it is given by WL by 6, and RB it will be WL by 3. Here it will be WL by 6 and here it will be WL by 3. So these are the standard reactions. And the bending moment, maximum bending moment, it is WL square divided by 9 into root 3. Okay, WL square divided by 9 into root 3. So generally what we need these first two standard cases. If at all there is a numerical in examination on this triangular load, so in that case you can find out the reactions. Okay, you can find out the reaction by applying the static equation, or else remember this formula: WL by 6, WL by 3, and WL square by 9 root 3. Okay, I will provide the notes. I will provide the standard cases for SFD and BMD with the values of reaction as well as values of maximum bending moment. Now in MPSC examination, in one of the MPSC examination, what they have given? They have given the simply supported beam, and that simply supported beam is subjected to the triangular loading. But what they have made? So they have just shifted this support. So instead of this support B, so that support B was somewhere here. Support B was somewhere here. Okay, this is support B, this is support A, and they have asked to find out RA and RB. Okay, they have asked to find out RA and RB. Okay, means so beam they have made some small portion as a overhanging, small portion as a overhanging, and this was the MCQ or the question asked in MPSC examination for 2 marks. 2 मार्कासाठी विचारलेला आहे. आज मी तुम्हाला हे वाटल्यास WhatsApp वरती पाठवतो क्वेश्चन तो. Okay, so in this particular case, if this is the overhanging beam having some small overhanging span, and if you have to find out the reaction, इथं आपल्याला काय find out करायचे आहेत? Reaction find out करायचे आहेत. This is not a standard case, isn't it? So you can use summation Fy equal to 0. Okay, summation Fy equal to 0 and summation of moment at point A equal to 0. You will get the reaction. You will get RA and RB. Okay, so if loading is not standard, use the static equation to find out the reactions. So as far as possible for standard cases, try to remember the formulas. If you are not remembering the formula, use the static equation. This is for the simply supported beam. Again, if the simply supported beam is there and it is subjected to the concentrated movement at center, or we can say movement at center, anti-clockwise movement at center. So in that case, the nature of SFD will be what? Triangle. Sorry, rectangle. Okay, nature of SFD will be what? Rectangle. Now tell me, if the span is L, okay, a simply supported beam hai, span jar L asil, if the moment is M, so what is the value of this reaction? What is the value of this reaction? Yes,
M by L.
very good. This reaction will be what? M by L. M by L. Moment divided by span. Correct. So this is the reaction. Now tell me, if this is the reaction, okay, at end these are the reactions. So what is the direction of the reaction? Which reaction is upward, or both the reactions will be upward? Yes, RA. Suppose this is RA and this is RB. What is my question? The nature of reaction. The nature of reaction, RA and RB. Option A, in the same direction. Option B or option 2, it is in opposite direction. Option C, none of the above. Can't say. Castle.
In the same direction.
In the same direction.
Option A, in the same direction.
In the same direction. Okay. Anyone else?
RB ची डायरेक्शन चेंज होते सर.
Yes, RB ची डायरेक्शन चेंज होणार. म्हणजे काय असेल तुमचं ते? Yes, नाउ सी इन द सेम डायरेक्शन वी विल डिस्कस. सेम डायरेक्शन म्हणला तुम्ही, सपोज हे पण अपवर्ड आहे, हे पण अपवर्ड आहे, ठीक आहे. आणि रिएक्शन काय आहे, m by l. This is also m by l. Now if you apply summation Fy equal to 0, if you make the summation of vertical forces equal to 0, मग हे जर summation 0 केलं तर व्हॅल्यू काय येते, summation of vertical forces तुमची 2m by l, बरोबर आहे, 2m by l. Now tell me, is there any vertical force acting on this particular simply supported beam? No vertical force is acting ना, only movement is acting. समजते हैं? No vertical force is acting, only movement is acting. So that's why the nature of reaction, it will be opposite. Now we will discuss RA, if it is upward, then RB it is downward. RB is downward. Then we will apply again summation Fy equal to 0. मग RA काय आहे, upward आहे, m by l, upward, that's why positive. Okay, then how it is RB? RB is downward, that's why minus m by l is equal to 0, plus minus 0. So this indicates no any vertical force acting on a beam. That is the case ना, vertical forces नाही, फक्त movement आहे, फक्त movement आहे. So that's why reactions in case of simply supported beam subjected to the concentrated movement at center, it will be opposite in nature. Opposite कसा असेल, this will be upward, okay, and this will be downward. This will be downward, okay. Then movement will be, again it will be a triangle, positive negative triangles, okay. This will be m by 2, this will be m by 2. Then cantilever beam. So for cantilever beam, two standard cases are there. First, it is having the point load at free end or the concentrated load at free end. Free end ला जर point load असेल, free end ला point load आहे, ठीक आहे. So again, SFD or the shear force, it will be the constant, or we can say rectangle. It is constant or the rectangle. Now, suppose this point load is W. Point load is W. So what is this reaction at A, at fixed support? What is RA here?
W.
W असेल. Yes, summation Fy equal to 0, then your RA will be W. This will be upward and this will be constant throughout the length of the beam and downward at free end. Okay, so this is the rectangle. Then for bending moment, so nature of BMD for cantilever beam subjected to point load at free end, it will be triangle. It will be triangle. Now we know that for cantilever beam, the bending moment generated will be what? Hogging bending moment, or we can say negative bending moment. Okay, so that's why BMD of cantilever beam, it is always below the reference line. Bending moment generated in case of cantilever beam, it is always hogging. So that's why plotted below the reference line. Plotted below the reference line. And the value of the bending moment at fixed end, value of the bending moment at this fixed end, suppose this is the span L and the load W, is bending moment का असेल at fixed end?
WL.
Yes, W into
WL.
L, correct. Yes,
W.
correct. Good, Vaibhav. W into L. Now this is the bending moment at fixed end, and the bending moment at free end, it will be 0. So this is WL, and 0 at free end joined with the inclined straight line. So that's why this will be the triangle. Similarly, cantilever beam subjected to UDL on entire span. Span आहे L, ठीक है? Span आहे L तुमचा. It is subjected to UDL on entire span. Tell me, what is the reaction at fixed end? Fixed end ला माहिती आहे आपल्याला 3 रिएक्शन असतात, एक vertical, दुसरी horizontal आणि तिसरी unknown movement. But in case of beam, we are neglecting the axial load. Axial load किंवा horizontal load beam मध्ये consider करत नाही आपण. So that's why that horizontal reaction we are neglecting. So what else is remaining then? Vertical reaction and unknown movement. Now tell me, for this particular case, cantilever beam subjected to UDL on entire span, reaction क्या असेल? This reaction. Yes, suppose UDL is W. UDL is W, span is L. Span L असेल.
WL.
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 Okay, first option WL. Okay. Any second answer? Yes, it will be WL. बरोबर आहे. Total load is acting downward, so reaction will be in the opposite direction. So what is the total load? This is W into the span L. UDL W into the span L. So total load. Yes, total load is WL acting downward. So to nullify that effect, reaction generated, it will be in the opposite direction. Instead of, if load is acting is downward, reaction will be upward. UDL intensity into the span WL. Okay, good. Now tell me, what is the bending moment at fixed support? What is the bending moment at fixed support? Reaction WL, it is correct. Bending moment काय असेल मग?
WL square by 2.
Very good, Vaibhav. WL square by 2. So how it is WL square by 2? Now the total load is WL and it will act at a distance of L by 2 from the fixed end. Okay, this total load, it will act at center. This is the total load. It will act at L by 2. Okay, so this distance will be L by 2 and this is the total load WL. So WL into L by 2. Okay, where we want the moment? We want the moment at fixed support or the fixed end. WL into this L by 2. So that will be WL into L by 2. So that will be WL square by 2. WL square by 2. That is the maximum bending moment in case of cantilever beam subjected to UDL on entire span. The standard cases आहेत. So try to remember the formulas for the standard cases. So these standard cases more than sufficient. Okay, so actually there is no such prerequisite required for this particular subject. Current all basics are covered in your previous subject. And for this particular subject, no any prerequisite required. So just standard cases of SFD and BMD is required. Okay. Now we will start with unit number 1. So in this unit number 1, there are only 2 theorems you have to study, and that 2 theorems are very simple, okay, easy to understand, and it is having the weightage. It may be 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark weightage is there in MPSC, UPSC as well as GIT. Okay. So if you're having the notebook, write unit number 1, slope deflection by moment area and conjugate beam method, and in bracket important IMP for competitive examination. IMP for competitive examination point of view. Okay. Now we have to find out the slope and deflection. Now if you see the syllabus, so in first part or in first chapter, we have to discuss about the moment area method. Okay, moment area method you have to discuss. In that we will see the basic concept, M by ER diagram, then slope deflection of cantilever, means cantilever beam subjected to the various loading conditions. Then in second part, or we can say the second chapter, we have to study conjugate beam method. Okay, conjugate beam method. Again, the basic concept of conjugate beam, slope deflection of beam subjected to the various loading conditions. And the loading they have mentioned, moment, point load and UDL. That's it. Moment, point load and UDL. So for SPU examination point of view, you can score out of mark. Okay, so generally if you see the weightage, including your INSEM and ENDSEM, so near about 16 to 17 marks weightage is there. 16 to 17 marks weightage is there. So you can score out of mark for SPP, but your final aim should be the all the competitive examination point of view. Okay, you have to study this subject competitive examination point of view and gaining the practical concept, how to implement this concept practically. So what is the significance of this concept? That is our main aim. Okay, दोन गोष्टी आहेत. एक तर तुम्हाला चांगले मार्क पडतील, that is no doubt about it in your SPU examination. But first part is all the competitive examination. So study this particular subject such that you should score out of mark in this particular chapter if you are appearing for the competitive examination. It may be any examination, your PWD, WRD. Okay, because B and C division students are there from diploma, na? So you might have applied for that JEE examination. So in
Yes,
that
sir.
also, yes, in that also weightage is there. तुमची जेई एक्झाम जी असणार आहे, WRD असेल, PWD असेल किंवा आता MIDC ची पण आहे, त्यामध्ये पण याला वेटेज आहे. एक क्वेश्चनही असू शकतो. एक क्वेश्चन म्हणजे तुम्ही जर बरोबर क्लिक केला आणि दुसऱ्याने चूक केलं तर तुम्ही कितीतरी शेकडो हजारो मुलांच्या पुढे जाऊ शकता. इन गेट एक्झामिनेशन, ओके, गेट एक्झामिनेशन, स्टेट लेवल एक्झामिनेशन, सो स्टडी ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स दॅट पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू. मार्क तर भेटतीलच तुम्हाला, पण अभ्यास असा करा की नंतर त्याचा काहीतरी उपयोग झाला पाहिजे. सो फॉर दॅट केस, सो वेन एव्हर आय एम टीचिंग दिस पर्टिक्युलर युनिट, सो प्रिपेअर युअर ओन नोट्स. पूर्ण युनिट झाल्यानंतर काय करायचंय, मी तर नोट्स प्रोव्हाइड करणारच आहे. Moodle वरती ऑलरेडी नोट्स अपलोड केलेले आहेत. ओके, नोट्स आर अपलोडेड ऑन Moodle itself. I will share the notes also on your WhatsApp group or on our Telegram channel. But prepare your own notes and preserve that notes. Okay, because so when you are going for the competitive examination, might be after 1 or 2 years, say for UPSC and MPSC. Because for MPSC and UPSC, the minimum qualification is what? You should be graduate. You should be graduate means you should complete your graduation, BE degree. So after that, you can apply for the MPSC and UPSC. So for that case, write the notes in your own handwriting and don't copy the notes. Write the notes in your own handwriting. मराठीमध्ये लिहिलं तरी चालेल. कॉन्सेप्ट समजण्याशी मतलब आहे. Language is not a barrier. Concept is important. Okay. Now, 2 theorems you have to study in this particular unit: moment area and conjugate beam. Now we will discuss one by one. Now, for when a beam is subjected to the external loading, it deflects from its original position and curve is which it bends, it's called as the elastic curve. Okay, so first concept is for the elastic curve. Now we will discuss the basic concept. What is the elastic curve? Okay, suppose a beam is there. I will consider the simply supported beam. Okay, and if that beam it is subjected to the external loading condition, now due to that external loading condition, it will deflect from its original position. Now this is the original position, we can say suppose XX in the longitudinal direction. I am telling this is the original position XX. Now due to this UDL, it will have the deflection, or it will deflect from its original position. It will deflect from its original position. So why it will deflect? Because we know that the concrete or RCC, it will behave as a elastic. It will behave as a elastic. So we are assuming that material is what? Somewhat elastic. Okay, somewhat elastic. So that's why it will deflect. Now this is the original position XX. Now this particular curve, after the deflection due to the external loading, it is called as the elastic curve. It is called as the elastic curve of that particular beam. So why that elastic curve will be formed? Because we assume material is elastic. It will obeys the Hooke's law at certain limit. Due to the loading condition, it will have the deflection. So at each and every point, suppose this is 0.1, this is 0.2, this is 0.3, this is 0.4. Okay. Now at each and every point, if you have to find out the deflection, so this is the deflection from the original position. This is the original reference position. So this is the deflection at 0.1. This is the value of deflection, vertical deflection at 0.2. This is the deflection at 0.3, and this is the deflection at 0.4. Okay, and this particular curve, which deflects due to the external loading, it is called as the elastic curve. This is the elastic curve. Okay, so everywhere when I am telling or talking about the elastic curve, it is the deflected curve of a beam due to the loading condition. Okay, now if you consider any structure or any building, deflection of beam, it should kept below the permissible limit. Okay, now definitely due to the loading condition, there will be a deflection. जेव्हा तुमची बिल्डिंग तुम्ही कंस्ट्रक्ट करता, मल्टी स्टोरी बिल्डिंग फ्रेम इज देयर. Okay, these are the beams. Okay, horizontal members are the beams. Due to the loading condition, it may be your dead load, live load, definitely deflection will be there. We can't avoid the deflection. But the value of that deflection, it should be below the permissible limit. मग आता हे लिमिट कोण देतं? So these are the limits or the permissible values given by the IS code. Okay, IS code. Indian Standard Codes. Okay, and it is set by the, or it is given by the BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard. Okay, so we have to follow the IS code. Definitely, due to the elastic nature of the material, it will get deflect, no doubt. But the deflection should be within the limit, within the permissible limit मध्ये पाहिजे deflection. ठीक है. Now these are the various method. These are the various method to find out the slope and deflection. Now this first method, Macauley's method or the double integration method, you have studied in the MOS. Then you have studied this strain energy and Castigliano's method. Okay. Now we have to study this moment area and conjugate beam method in this particular unit. Now these first three methods, Macauley's method, moment area method, conjugate beam method, it is called as the geometric methods, or we can say these are the displacement method, and the remaining method, strain energy, Castigliano's method, or the unit load method, this is the energy method. Now this unit load method means you have used this method in the trusses, pin jointed trusses. आठवते का कुणाला? Deflection of trusses, delta L in case of trusses, summation PKL by AE, summation PKL by E, हा फॉर्म्युला तुम्ही यूज केला असेल मॉस मध्ये. So that is the unit load method. In this particular unit, we have to study the geometric method, that is moment area and conjugate beam. Okay. Now elastic curve, you know what is the elastic curve. So this is the deflection of a beam due to the given external loading condition. Now from the simple bending theory, we have this relation. If the y is the deflection, this y is the deflection. Okay. Then dy by dx is nothing but the slope. Dy by dx is the slope, that is the theta. And the unit of deflection, it may be in mm, it may be in centimeter, it may be in meter. And the unit of slope, as it is theta, slope चा unit काय असेल? Yes.
No unit.
स्लोप आहे थीटा असेल. यस,
Rad.
रेडियन और डिग्री. थीटा आहे ना, अँगल असेल तो, बरोबर आहे. दॅट विल डिस्कस. यस, युनिट असेल त्याला, ते काय असेल? एक तर डिग्री असेल, ओके, और दॅट विल बी रेडियन, डिग्री और रेडियन. सो ॲज पर द स्टँडर्ड केस, आफ्टर द कॅल्क्युलेशन यू आर गेटिंग द स्लोप, that will be in radians, okay. Then d2y by dx square, it is nothing but the bending moment from simple bending theory. So we have derived this equation from simple bending theory. So you have to consider the curvature of beam, and you have to apply the simple bending theory. So from that relation, d2y by dx square, it is the bending moment. Then d3y by dx cube, it is the shear force. And d4y by dx raised to 4, it is nothing but the rate of loading. Exam मध्ये काय देतील? They will give two columns. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and another column they will give this 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to match the pair. Okay, that will be one of the MCQ. Now, what is this EI?
Regular rigidity.
Very good. Yes.
Young's modulus.
Yes, very good. Flexural rigidity, it is the product of Young's modulus. Okay, it is the product of Young's modulus. Yes, and moment of inertia. बरोबर है? Now tell me, what is the unit of Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity? What is the unit?
Newton per mm square.
Yes, Newton per mm square. Very good. Newton per mm square. And what is the unit of moment of inertia? I.
Mm raised to 4.
Very good. Very good. Mm raised to 4. If it is so, now tell me, what is the unit of EI? EI चे unit काय असेल? काय होईल unit सांगा?
Newton meters mm square.
न्यूटन इंटू mm स्क्वेअर, बरोबर आहे, न्यूटन इंटू mm स्क्वेअर, बिकॉज दिस इज न्यूटन पर mm स्क्वेअर इंटू mm⁴. मग हे mm स्क्वेअर आणि हे स्क्वेअर कॅन्सल होणार, मग राहणार काय, न्यूटन इंटू mm स्क्वेअर इंटू मल्टिप्लाय. नाउ टेल मी if this is the value is given in the numerical, because generally they will give the value of E in mp or Newton per mm square and moment of inertia in mm⁴. If I have to convert, because in case of beam the length we are having in meter, बरोबर आहे, लेंथ मीटर मध्ये देतात बीम मध्ये, आणि UDL or the loading it is given in kilonewton, loading it is in kilonewton and length it is given in meter. If I have to convert this Newton into mm square to the kilonewton into meter square, काय करावं लागेल सांगा. Divide or multiplied by something x, ते काय असेल, न्यूटन इंटू mm स्क्वेअर टू दी kilonewton इंटू मीटर स्क्वेअर ला कन्वर्ट करायचं आहे. यस अक्षता सांग.
Multiply by 10 to the power 9, then kilonewton meter square.
Multiplied by means here multiplied by 10 to the power 9. बर, आणखीन कोण बरोबर आहे का रे, हे कोणी सांगेल आणखीन.
10⁻⁶.
10⁻⁶. डिवाइड करायचं का मल्टिप्लाय करायचं, प्लस की मायनस,
मल्टिप्लाय करायचं.
मल्टिप्लाय करायचं. येस, एनीवन एल्स. फर्स्ट आन्सर आलं मल्टिप्लाय विथ 10 to the power 9. सेकंड आन्सर आलं मल्टिप्लाय विथ 10 to the power 6. पॉझिटिव्ह म्हणता येते, +9 +6 टू द न्यूटन पर mm स्क्वेअर. काय असेल मग, so you have to multiply or we can say divide 10 to the power 9. So if you are multiplying, then it will be 10 to the power -9, or else you just divide it by 10 to the power +9. okay, divide करायचं असेल तर 10 to the power 9, multiply करायचं असेल 10 to the power -9. why that I will tell you. Now Newton to kilonewton, so that will be 10 to the power -3 for Newton to kilonewton, and for mm square to the meter square, multiply with 10 to the power -6. कशाला मल्टिप्लाय करायचं, 10 to the power -6 mm स्क्वेअर ला, तेव्हाच ते मीटर स्क्वेअर मध्ये कन्वर्ट होईल. हे लहान युनिट आहे ना, लहान मधनं तुम्ही जेव्हा मोठ्या युनिट कडे जाता, that will be either divide or multiply with minus, multiply with this 10 to the power -6 for mm square to the meter square, and for Newton to kilonewton 10 to the power -3. म्हणजे काय करायचंय, न्यूटन इंटू mm स्क्वेअर ला 10 to the power -9 नी मल्टिप्लाय करायचंय, then you will get the unit as kilonewton into meter square, or else you divide 10 to the power 9 Newton into mm square divided by 10 to the power 9. तेच आहे, हे जर वरती घेतलं तुम्ही तर काय होणार, -9 होणार. ओके, मीन्स न्यूटन इंटू mm स्क्वेअर टू द kilonewton into meter square, either divide by 10 to the power 9 or multiply by 10 to the power -9. ओके, नाउ कॅल्सी असेल तुमच्याकडे, I will give one value. If E is 210 GPa, okay, 210 GPa, and I is 7 into 10 to the power 6 mm⁴. So what is EI? In kilonewton into meter square? ट्राय करा, kilonewton into meter square. येस, ट्राय करा. If E is 210 GPA,
1470 into 10 to the power 3.
1470 into 10 to the power 3. Okay, first answer is 1470 10 to the power 3. आणखीन कोणी सांगेल? This is the first.
1470 kilonewton meter square.
Very good. 1470 kilonewton into meter square. काय केलं बघा आता, हे जीपीए आहे 210 जीपीए म्हणजे काय 210 10 to the power 3 न्यूटन पर एम स्क्वेअर. बरोबर आहे, न्यूटन पर एम स्क्वेअर म्हणजे काय झालंय 210 into 10 to the power 3 न्यूटन पर एम स्क्वेअर. And this moment of inertia, it is already given in mm raised to 4. So multiply these two, 210 into 10 to the power 3 into 7 into 10 to the power 6. Then multiply with 10 to the power minus 9 or divide it by 10 to the power minus 9. So you will get 1470 kilonewton meter square. Exactly. Good. Okay. Now this relation we have to remember. So that will be for deflection, slope, bending moment, shear force, and the rate of loading. Okay. Now elastic curve that we have discussed, it is the deflected shape of a structure, or we can say deform the shape of the beam. So due to the external loading condition, so this is the deflected shape. This is nothing but the elastic curve. It is nothing but the elastic curve. Then, so if this is the deflected shape or the elastic curve, and if I draw the tangent, okay, if I draw the tangent from point A as well as from point B, okay, if I draw the tangent here from point A as well as from point B, then the angle made with respect to the longitudinal axis of the beam, so that angle, it is nothing but the slope. That angle is nothing but the slope. Okay, so in the next lecture we will discuss what is the slope, what is the deflection, how that deflection is occur practically, and what are the permissible limits as per the IS standard. किती परमिसिबल लिमिट आहे डिफ्लेक्शनचं, सो दॅट IS क्लॉज आय विल शो यू. ठीक आहे, IS कोड मध्ये काय स्टेटमेंट आहे दॅट वी विल डिस्कस. I will take the screenshot of that IS code. So that permissible limit we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay. So meanwhile, you just log into your Moodle and go through the course material. So for any doubt, you can ask right now or you can call me.